you just go to work, buddy.
Oh, we're going. We are going.
Okay.
So VIP tickets to the Oscars. What the heck is that all about? Bryon Jaymes here, coming to you live from beautiful Alaska. I can't really move my computer around here without it unplugging, but I promise you it's beautiful out right now. And I got a buddy on the other line who showed me a nice, beautiful shot of the Pacific Ocean down in Pacific Beach, Southern California. And I got my buddy, Mr. Tony Cohen, on the other side of this. So, Tony, what's happening?
Well, I got to tell you, I was on the beach topless, and you FaceTime me. Okay, thanks for that. And remember,
I think you were topless on the beach, and you FaceTimed me because I know you. And the first thing you showed were the waves, which I do miss. Oh, now it's all coming back to you.
Now I'm remembering. Now it was. I wanted to show you while you were in your log cabin up there in Alaska how good the surf was, buddy. Have you got the La Jolla hat on? Seriously?
I do. I do have the La Jolla Mitch's Surf Shop, La Jolla, where I've resided for. My goodness. Okay, I don't even want to talk about it. I miss it a little bit. Okay, but hey,
no, listen.
I love it here too. Snowboarding this week, buddy.
I gotta tell you, I was on the beach, and you said, by the way, remember we still actually run a business, and you just can't walk up and down the beach all day, every day. I went, yeah, we've got.
Which is why I needed to get you on this hangout and get this recording done as soon as humanly possible, because Central Time right now, I'm Alaska time, so that's 3 hours. So 2, 3, 2, 3, 3, 4. It's already 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. And this give back runs out midnight CST. So, you know, I wasn't good at geology in school, but I know that the time is ticking down.
Yeah. So, you know, I had to eat, and I recommend. I thank you for your recommendation. You know, when you work with someone, you're close with someone, they kind of understand you, and they give you a recommendation. I mean, that's what we're going to talk about a little bit today, about the Oscars. And you say, like, you know, the best burgers I had. I got to tell you, that meat was great. What was the name of the place? Brokeback?
Bareback.
Oh,
Bareback Bar and Grill in Pacific Beach.
Maybe the meat was great in both.
Hey, was the burger not phenomenal or what?
Yeah, it's the fastest burger I ever inhaled without realizing I'd eaten it. It was off the scale, man. Off the scale. Anyway.
Love it. Well, as we were talking about, we've got to give back right now. And what's happened, what's transpired in the last 6 months, you know, Tony and I can both attest to it. We have seen some of the craziest disruption I've personally, you know, I've been in the health and fitness industry now for well over a decade, and I've never seen something come into the industry and then disrupt it in the manner in which this technology is disrupted. And I've never seen this amount of people have the type of results that they've had in such a short period of time. And to see that now having sustained and also carried on has just been unbelievable. So what that means is that timing is everything. 100% timing is so important. And the timing that Tony and I, how we were inserted into this conversation at the time we were inserted, and the give back, the same give back that you have the ability to take advantage of now, is the same give back that Tony and I tapped into. And it has absolutely changed our lifestyle in the last 6 months. And me coming to you from Alaska, Tony coming to you from Southern California, I literally, as a byproduct of this disruption, as a byproduct of the results that people are getting, as a byproduct, there's been some rewards, and these rewards have been unbelievable. 2015 rewards were awesome. 2016 rewards, well, they all start here with this give back. And, you know, I was in a I was picking up a Jeep. I called Tony, was picking up a Jeep maybe 3, 4, I don't even know how long it's been, but maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. And that has, you know, we were traveling up the coast, stopping at a lot of really cool spots and really continuing this conversation. And we never thought that we would have another opportunity like we had when we first got started. And that kind of led us to now tickets. Imagine if you could have tickets for the Oscars. And I'm going to have Tony kind of break this down to help you understand the importance of why the next 30 hours, let's say, maybe 32 hours, let's say, is absolutely imperative to set up your 2016. Tone.
So, I tell you, I can't wait for the next road trip, man. We got to. It's like fear and loathing in wherever, you know. I'm not sharing a mud pie with you again. That always ends badly. But anyway, so yeah, you know, the Oscars is kind of poignant because I moved here partially as a result of that road trip. Because I just decided I didn't want to live in New York City anymore through winter. I love New York City. I really don't like winter, so I just packed up and left. And this is part of the timing, the whole thing that's allowed me to do that. So you dragged me off a beach today, okay, which is fine. The beach is still there. So I'm going to speed this up. When I used to live in New York, till I messed it up, I used to get invited to a lot of movie premieres. I blew it at the Skyfall one, possibly by my language on live TV. So we're not going to go about that one. But I used to get invited to a lot. One of them I got invited to, and I can't quite remember what it is. And I seem to think it wasn't a big launch. I've been to so many of them. It's not me showing off here. It's just I lived in the neighborhood where they went on, and I'm sure it was a Ben Affleck one that wasn't set out as a big one. But anyway, I went to see this premiere, and I went and I posted something. You know, I do a lot of social media stuff, so that means there's a lot of people watching. And I posted something about this was the best movie I've seen in 10 years. Now, I don't know how much impact I had on that, but all of a sudden that movie went viral and won an Oscar. What did I get out of it? Nothing. Nothing. I didn't get any free tickets. I certainly didn't go to the Oscars. I didn't get anything out of it. However, there's two ways of looking at this. I mean, that's fine in itself, you know, to use the term to be selfless, to do things because it's the right thing to do. You just recommended me to a burger place, you know. I know that they didn't pay you anything, any cash, any brown envelopes, because the one that was there for you I actually took. But anyway, that's my nature. But no, it's just like, here's a great burger place. And I do it all the time. And I'm in there talking to the guys and saying, oh, you know this great coffee shop I go to? And we do this by nature. We just do it because that's how we are. We've got something good, we want to share it. Now, the challenge is when people think that if you referred me to that place and you're getting paid for it, it throws doubt into it. So what we're talking about here is a different analogy. I didn't get anything from that, but I was happy that people showed the movie. If I had a choice of, I bought tickets for that movie, I went to see the movie, if they'd have said, if you want to see this movie and you like it, you buy a ticket, if you like it and share it on social media, whatever, we'll give you a ticket for another movie. Is that a good deal? You think? Is that a yes? Are you there? Oh, you're muted. Okay.
That is yes.
Right. I forgot you got the mute button. So the other situation here is I go to that movie and they say, here's two choices. You're at the premiere. You can have a ticket if you like it and share your story about the movie. You get a ticket for another movie. You can buy the big Pullman VIP seats, and with that, you get the free popcorn, you get a free beer or whatever it is. And if you like the movie and share the same story, exactly the same. You're not doing anything else. You're just in a more comfortable seat when you watch the movie, and you get some freebies. If you share that, You're going to get those VIP things for the rest of the year and a ticket to the Oscars. So I weigh this up. Do I save a couple of dollars and maybe get a free ticket? Or do I invest, and we're not talking huge differences. Do I invest a little bit more? I do exactly the same, but I get free tickets in the big comfy chair and the free popcorn and the ticket to the Oscars. I get all that. So for me, that's a no-brainer decision. Now, the analogy here, and you were talking before about our timing and the give back. The analogy here is when we started working together, there was no cheap seats. There was just, that's it. And, like anything else in life, if you read a book called The Tipping Point, Malcolm Gladwell, it's the early adopters. So if I was the guy that was in that, the world's wealthiest painter is the guy that painted the logo on the Facebook wall. So they couldn't afford to pay him, so they gave him stock options. If you'd have bought Apple stock 30 years, it's the early adopters. It's the people that get in early with anything. With anything. I'm not specifically talking business, just with anything, with trends. So we started working together. I had no clue whatsoever what we were working on. You just sent me 2 clear plastic bags full of white powder. And the FedEx guy was kind of surprised when I opened them, and I never got another delivery in that address.
Was that weird? Was that weird?
In Spanish Harlem, and you get clear packets of white powder being FedEx to you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, people just have some people just have no sense of humor, buddy. And I started utilizing it. I tried it for. I remember that conversation. You got 2 days worth. Try it, and by the 3rd day I was on the phone with you saying, I need, send me some more of this stuff. This is good. And you told me there isn't any. And then, over the next, I think it was about a month, you just said, right, good to go, click. So I clicked, and I believe I've got a screenshot of it. I think I was order number 7 or order number 8. I don't know what it is now. It's got to be in the hundreds of thousands. And we're only talking months. So from there, all I did, we had no story. We didn't know what we were doing at all. We had no references. We had nothing. We had to basically make stuff up based on what we were doing. And we could, can research it, the yin yang, when someone says, yeah, but that's great, show me some results. And now we've got all kinds of results. So what actually happened with yourself and myself is, I remember I specifically had nothing to go at, nothing to work on, and I wasn't in great shape, partially to being in New York in the winter and not going out and not doing any, I don't exercise, I don't go to the gym or anything like that. I like walking, that's my thing. I like walking or hiking. And I wasn't doing anything. So basically I got fat, I got miserable over the course of the winter, and I weighed myself. I took a screenshot of what I weighed. Which I remember, 164.5. Within 2 weeks, I was 149.5. Now that sounds great, but when you realize when stuff like that happens, a lot of it's like water weight and stuff like that. And by the way, guys, we're not in the weight loss business. I don't want you to think that for 1 second. We're just not. But that's all I had to work with. I had 2 pictures. The first 5 days, I dropped 5 pounds, just water weight. And then that's all I did. It wasn't a picture of me. It was just a picture of the scales. Same scale, same place. The next 2 weeks, I put on 10 pounds. And I thought, that's odd. But what was even odder, and this was all new, complete new, sort of this whole, I'd never even heard of the term biohacking. I put on 10 pounds. So I was 5 pounds less than my initial, but I dropped 3 belt notches. It just didn't make any sense to me. And I shared that story on social media. And then, I took a before picture and took an after picture within 4 weeks. All of a sudden, and I built a business through Facebook without building a business. It just happened. I've not gone out, I've not picked up a phone call, I've not called anyone, I've not tried any of that stuff. Just all inbound inquiries. So what happened? Thousands of people wanted to know how I was doing it. So I'm happy to share that story. This is what I did. I still do this every day. How do you do it? But the people that sort of got in touch with me, I'm not going to use any names. There's just far too many, and I don't want to isolate anyone. So an attorney from Mississippi sees my pictures on Facebook and says, listen, I need to lose £100 by Christmas. And he didn't. He starts working on it, he didn't. He lost £60 by Christmas. And I saw a video of him today doing that ketomation challenge we got on, doing dips and push-ups and everything. But he's an attorney. He's not, he's not a gym rat. He's not a health nut. He just wants to look after himself. Consequently, people are asking him how he dropped £60. Then we've a lady up there in Spokane, Washington, that has a detox clinic, and all of a sudden, her husband's able to quit his job and help her out. And I believe she's still on a beach in Hawaii. I believe. I know she bought that Porsche last month. So she's got herself in shape, but the rewards, and the rewards are secondary. It's like Field of Dreams. Build it and they'll come. When you focus on money, money doesn't come to you. When you focus on going out there, helping yourself, you know, when the plane's crashing, you got to put your own air mask on first. Get yourself in shape. That happens. You know, Chris, who's I've used the name, but bike guy, beats his personal best. Lady in Quebec this morning doing push-ups, sit-ups, almost 60 years old. Naturopathic doctor, 4 kids, all under 8 years old, stressed, everything else. The other thing is, if you're a human being, a mother with 4 8-year-old kids, and you see another mother going from stressed to relaxed, you want to know how they did it. So to wrap this up, and I can tell stories all day long on this, to wrap this up, what we're doing right now is a give back. That's it. This is not, you know, it's not anything that's a special offer, a deal, or anything like that. Both of us got into something to get ourselves in shape. The byproduct of that is fiscally, by accident almost. I know you were in the corporate world. I was doing a lot of instructing. I love my Krav Maga instructing back then. I barely do any now. I've done my first one today in 3 months. It's freed us up. So when you call me from wherever you were at the time saying, yes, and let's do a road trip, sure, I'm in. Let's go live in California. Sure, I'm in. I'm doing that. So the freedom that these 6 months, not 6 years, 6 months has given us was because of timing. So fortunately, as a give back for thanks and everything everyone's done over 6 months, that timing's open now, but it ends.
I did the math. So for those of you that thought I was a moron because I said I didn't pay attention in geology, I know, okay, it's geography, okay? So I did the math, all right, I did the math, 31 hours. There's exactly a little 12 minutes shy of 31 hours left for this give back. And what I will simply tell you this is that if biohacking, if hacking into your body's biochemistry to find a better way, a more efficient way, if that's something that interests you, if you go into your Google browser and type in keto 4, ketogenic 4, ketosis 4, and if that long list of hundreds of benefits, if that's something that piques your interest whatsoever, and if the person that is some way, I don't know how you may get this video, it may pop up on your social media, it may get inboxed to you, it may whatever, but the bottom line is just very simply this, is that we have had a movement now that has been proven through the results, and as a byproduct of that, there are rewards. And this give back is focused on those rewards. So if you're somebody that loves to be focused when it comes to being results-based, if you want to be a results-based person, which Tony and I are, my 100% suggestion to you is you're falling one of two categories. You're either not a VIP okay, you don't have VIP tickets to the Oscars, or if you do have VIP tickets to the Oscars, as Tony stated in his example, you need to go help other people get some VIP tickets to the Oscars, because before you know it, you're going to get backstage passes because you've been the result. You've been the result of so many people getting VIP tickets to the Oscars that they're going to give you backstage passes, and that's what you want. You want the backstage pass to the Oscars, behind the curtains where all the magic takes place. So it doesn't matter how you got this. Just know that you've got 31 hours left to take advantage of timing, pure timing, and to set up 2016 so that it is on a whole different level. Tony?
Yeah, I just wrap it up just to say, I mean, everyone's in different time zones. So 31 hours from, I'm in Pacific, and it's 3:15 Saturday afternoon, and it's the 2nd of January. So wherever you are, if you're in Eastern time, it's 6:15 on the 2nd of January. We've got about 31 hours. If you're doing a search like that, I suggest, honestly, even though we're not in the diet business, just tap into ketogenic diet and you'll come up with all kinds of things, whether they're cancers, heart disease, diabetes, strength training, performance, blah, 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 blah. Find your own thing in there. It's there. I guarantee you that. And if that makes any sense to you, get back to whoever shared this with you.
That's right. And after 2.5 million experiences and counting, it is proven. And that's what's exciting. So with that, Tony, thanks for taking a few minutes to come off the beach. Anyways, I'll have words with you later. Buddy. And I'll be down there soon enough. So I'm not gonna let it ruin my cold blistery walk that I'm gonna take here with my wife in a couple minutes. So thanks, buddy. And everyone else, 31 hours and counting to take full advantage of timing and make 2016 the best year yet. So thanks, everyone.
See you in Vegas, man.
See you in Vegas, buddy.